Hey everybody, I just wanted to give my 2 cents about the upcoming Disney game, Disney Infinity. You have to know 2 things, this shit is gonna be biased as hell for 2 reasons. One, I really like Skylanders. Now, I'm not like this hardcore collector where I want to have all figures, but you know, I have some there. I have some more there. My Portal installed. So that's one thing you should know. The second thing is, I'm a very big Disney fan, but I'm an old school Disney fan. Back when they still used to draw, the Black Cauldron, the old Peter Pan of Lion King, shit like that. I do not like all the 3D shit, Disney's wasting all their talents with all this Wreck-It Ralph stuff, all this Pixar combination stuff. Now don't get me wrong, I love Pixar, because they're good at what they do, but all the Cars stuff and all of that. Why am I specifically focusing on that? Because basically what Disney Infinity is Skylanders, but it's their take on it. They have their own portal with set spaces, and you put the Disney figures on there and they go in game and then you play with them. The main thing I hate is that to start off the character selection, they have like what 5-6 franchises, at least what they have said so far, released so far, and all they have is like shit from like the past few years that has all been made like in 3D stuff, Monster Inc., Wreck-It Ralph, Cars, all that stuff, the Incredibles or Instructables, I don't know, I never watched it, because like I said, I don't like that 3D stuff. I mean, if you are gonna do this, do it right. What about, like I said, the Black Cauldron, the old Peter Pan stuff, the Beauty and the Beast, all the stuff Disney has done in the past. They have done such incredible stuff that you could use with us. And what characters do you pick? Like the latest 3D stuff, all characters look the same. And what about the Lion King, Add something from that, add like an animal or some shit. Basically you have like 3D characters and then you have like some Cars stuff. And then you get Pirates of the Caribbean and you add like what 10 characters from that movie. Are you for real? I mean, if you add Jack Sparrow, yeah, that's a cool idea. But then you add like all these other characters that don't make any sense basically. I don't know. They could have selected like more franchises and less of the same, and less of the 3D shit and more of the animated stuff. Other stuff that I absolutely hate about this game is the fact that the game itself, I'm sorry, it looks crappy. It looks like a mixture between Minecraft and Farmville. The levels look blockish, like square and unrendered, like it hasn't finished rendering, and there's no textures applied to anything. It's just, I'm not a graphics whore, but that game just looks cheap. Now, of course, it's gonna be wait and see, maybe the finished product's gonna look a lot better. Maybe they're gonna release a lot more characters later. This is just like my first impressions of the game. The main thing I really hate, even taking down the character selection shit, is the way it works with Skylanders. You have like these figures and they can go in the whole game, and then they release level packs. You put the level on it and all characters can go in every level. The way it works with Disney Infinity, from what I understand, is that each character is gonna have their own level, and none of the other characters can go in that level. I mean, that basically makes it like, you know, a mediocre game that Disney puts out lately, taking like the Epic Mickey stuff, because they've been focusing more on good games, but it takes like the mediocre games and it makes them smaller and it puts them in one game, so you have a little bit of crappy shit everywhere instead of like one nice thing. Now, sure thing, the sandbox thing looks very nice, that's a cool idea, but I don't understand why you would need the internet co-op shit if none of the characters can mix in each other's levels. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know everything yet, it's still like in like what, beta phase or however you want to call it, so nothing has been fully released yet, but yeah, I have very, very mixed feelings about this. Yeah, poor character selection, the level design is lacking at best. The overall functionalities of the game, I don't know. And maybe like I said, I'm biased as shit. I really like Skylanders because they did it good, and of course this shit was gonna come. People were gonna make their own characters to put in game, and I like the idea. I love the idea. I hope that more people will do this in the future. I just think Disney did it rushed. It's unfinished, and just like the figurines themselves, they just don't look good. They look blockish and cheap to me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it at that before I start repeating myself too much. I really just quickly wanted to give my 2 cents about this. It's very cold outside, so I'm shaking a bit. But now I have my tea here, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it right here. Let me know what you guys think about it if you've heard of it. The first time I heard of it, I thought it was a joke, and then I saw it. I was hoping it was a joke. So I'm very curious what you guys think about this. Stay real.